Yeah, he's on. Look at the way the rod's just bent straight down. Oh, he's really big. Okay, he's a little bit bigger than I realized. Whoa! Look at him rolling. What's up, people? I'm super excited about today, guys. I'm out here on Boone Lake. I'm back in my kayak, and I've got some large shiners from Brummett's Bait and Tackle in Hampton, Tennessee. And today, guys, we're gonna be targeting striped bass as well as big brown trout, maybe even a hybrid or two. I'm gonna be running planer boards. We're gonna go 2 wide plus 1 free line out the back, and we're just gonna cruise around. This is really my first outing this winter on Boone Lake, but I love to do this every year. So today is a bit of a scouting trip, but I'm very excited to get started. So without further ado, wish me luck. Here we go. So guys, I'm just gonna grab 1 shiner, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out the back. And when I say free line, what I mean is it's a shiner that has no weight attached whatsoever to the line. So it's just gonna swim freely. A lot of times the big brown trout, they like a free swimming fish. And don't get me wrong, like everything will eat them, but you know, it seems like 8 out of 10 times a big brown trout will hit that free line. Oh yeah. Big eat just happened right over there. That's a great sign. There's something right there. So guys, we've got shad back in here. I've already seen 1 big eat, which is really exciting. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna grab another shiner and let's start rigging up. Now guys, on these outside wings, the ones I'm gonna be running with planer boards today, I've got 1/4 ounce weights today. So as far as like, once I get up to speed and I'm actually going, they're gonna be probably about 10 feet down in the water column, maximum. You know, they're not gonna be super deep. A lot of these fish that we're chasing today, they're chasing shad up to the surface. And so we're kind of working a zone right now that, oh, another big eat, but big take right over there, guys. Oh, the energy in this cove today, guys, is really good. But I'm gonna let out about 20 feet, give or take, just slowly, because I know it's shallow over here. I don't want to hook up on a tree, and there's definitely a chance for catching trees when you first let out your bait in a shallow zone. So we got to be careful here. Okay, that's good enough. Oh my gosh, another one just ate right in front of us, guys. There's some feeding fish right in front of us. Let's get these planer boards out as quick as we can because we've got fish out here already. Okay guys, we're rigged up. I'm gonna close the back hatch. There's feeding fish all around, big fish. I can see shad getting pushed up. This is perfect conditions. There's not a breeze on the water right now. It's super overcast. I mean, everything you want for a scenario like today is just happening for me. Oh man, this is exciting. Whoa, there's a white swan over there. And guys, I'm only going like 1 mile per hour here. I'm not going fast at all. Man, it feels good just to be on the water on such a calm day like this. This is amazing. Got a bit of a late start today. It's already 10:40, but oh, fish on. Oh, here we go. Here we go, guys. Nice pull, really nice pull. Look at the way it's just turning the boat. It's bouncing crazy, so I think it might be a brown trout rolling, but I'm not sure. Oh, it feels weird though. It's bouncing like crazy. Yeah, so I think that's a big brown trout, guys. Oh guys, huge trout here. Right at the beginning to kick things off, we caught a massive trout. And guys, he's barely hooked right now. Wow, guys, look at that trout. And guys, I'm telling you, he is barely hooked. This thing is actually, I don't know that it's still necessarily in. Look at that, it just came right out. But huge trout, guys. Huge brown trout, look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna guess maybe 27 inches. Maybe even more, we'll see. I've got my bumper board. And this is really tricky because this guy's very green. I didn't fight him very long, but we're gonna go ahead and put him on the bumper board and see if he stays. I don't know that he will, but let me see if I can get this guy out. Oh my gosh, he's huge. This is unbelievable, honestly. First of all, I just have to show you guys this. I mean, look at the size of this trout. Unbelievable. Now, if he'll let me, and I don't know that he will, but we're gonna try, get a quick measure. Pointing the tail, he's 27 1/4, guys. 27 1/4. Beautiful red dot pattern. I don't want to keep him out of the water too long. Let's go ahead and get him back in the water and get on something else. That's amazing, guys. This is a huge fish. And he kicked off immediately. That was really cool. Guys, I'm gonna spin this boat around and we're gonna go right back through there because I have a feeling there's a lot of fish back in here today. So let's get rigged back up. I've still got my free line out. I've still got my other line out. So we're gonna turn the boat around and we're just gonna angle right back and do it again. Starting to rain just a little bit, but it feels really good. It's about 60 degrees today, so it's actually a really nice warming trend. Last week it got down to almost 0 degrees, and now we're all the way up to almost 60, which is just insane. So, man, what a start. What a start, guys. You know, I've been on the water for only about maybe 5 minutes, maybe. So to get a start like that, it's pretty wild. And you know, it's like it started bouncing. It wasn't doing that crazy pull like a striper does. It just started bouncing. And when it starts doing that, especially this time of year, that's almost always going to be a big brown trout. You want to check your baits often in a scenario like this because things get nipped off. They can also fall off. So you just want to make sure you're constantly putting out fresh bait. And if you have bait out that is fresh, every now and then just give it a quick check and make sure that you still actually have something swimming back behind you. Guys, I couldn't sleep last night. I only think I got like 2 hours of sleep. If you're wondering what I do when I can't sleep, I usually watch like animal documentaries. So I was watching one on mountain lions last night. And then the kids woke up super early this morning. So I'm running on maybe 2 hours of sleep. So my brain's scattered. But when I come out to Boone Lake, especially in this particular area with this setup, it's almost like my brain's on autopilot. I know exactly what to do. And man, I'm already getting results, which is great. I even questioned, do I need to go out today when I'm this tired? But honestly, when you get your openings, when you get your days, you got to take them. And like most people, when you have busy lives and you get that chance, it's rare, so you just go for it. So guys, if you're wondering what kind of planter boards I used, even though these are very beat up, I use them all the time. It's a little company called Water Bugs, and they do an awesome job for live bait, especially smaller live bait like, you know, shiners and shad, threadfin, things like that. Pretty amazing product. I've been using them for years, and obviously it'll space out your bait really evenly, whether you're in a boat or you're on a kayak or whatever it might be. And I definitely highly recommend them. Oh. Something big just chased a shad right there, guys. Oh my goodness. It looked like a big trout. Really big trout. Starting to rain. Bring it on. Oh, big slurp right there. Guys, we're in a zone right now. Oh my gosh. I think we've got bass and trout feeding together. Boy, it would be pretty sweet if there was a hybrid or striper in the mix too. We'll see. You can just feel the energy. I know there's a ton of shad below the boat. And for whatever reason, on this particular day, it's super overcast. It's misty, and you can just tell that bite's on. It's not going anywhere. Golly, I'm happy to be here right now. What these fish are doing is I'd say most of the shad are down on the bottom right now. It's only 20 feet deep here. It's not very deep. But they're down on the bottom, but occasionally they're getting forced up. They're getting pushed up by the predator fish. And when you see those busts on the surface, that's where things have gone very wrong for the shad. They're in fight or flight mode, and unfortunately for them, when you hear those big pops and those busts on the surface, that's usually the end for one of them. What we're emulating today is that we have these big shiners on, and they're now separated from these schools down below, and these fish unknowingly think that it's a shad or maybe just a little bait fish that's been separated from the pack. In their brains, that's an easy kill. So if they come across one of these guys by themselves, they almost always go for it, which is pretty cool. Oh, just, yeah, he's on. Fish on. Oh yeah, it's bouncing again, guys. I think it's another big brown. Big bounces going on. Same rod as the first time. Try to keep that other line kind of away while I figure out what this is. Oh man. Look at the way the rod's just bent straight down. That's when you know you have a nice fish on. I'm just trying to keep him out of the trees. I know there are trees under there. Oh, man, what a day, guys. Hooked up again. And what a fight. At first it was just bouncing like crazy. Now he's pulling me a little bit. And I'm kind of just going with him because I'm trying to keep my other two lines kind of out to the side. Oh, another big brown trout, guys. Another big one. really big. I'm trying to stay calm right now, but I just, it's just another absolute monster. Let's see if we can kind of lift him up a little bit, turn his head a little bit. Oh, he's big, he's big. Oh boy, oh boy. He saw the net. Oh, geez, man. Oh, he's really big. Okay, he's a little bit bigger than I realized. He just took out some line. Oh my gosh, look at the way that rod is getting pulled around, guys. When he goes hard. He does not like what he saw there. If I can just get him up, this is gonna be a hard fight, guys. This is a big fish. Oh, a really big fish. Oh my gosh, he's huge. Every time I get him close to the net, he absolutely, look at him rolling. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, guys, he was rolling all over the place. I thought for sure that treble hook was gonna come out. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of that one. Oh, I've got a rubber net here, so I'm trying to take good care of this guy. I mean, it's gonna come out quickly, but he got himself hooked good. There it is. All right, guys, hook's out. That didn't take long at all. Oh man, that's a big fish. I'm gonna give him a quick dip, guys, because I don't want him to die. But I do want to give him a quick measure, and I do want to show him off to the camera because this is huge. Oh, guys, look at that. Look at that fish, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, so if you point, let's see, get that straight, point the fin, touching 30, you guys, you can see it right there. So guys, one last look at this 30-inch monster. I cannot believe it, guys. 30-inch brown trout. Unbelievable. I cannot believe I just caught a 30-inch brown trout out of the kayak like that. We're just gonna hang out with him for a second until he's ready to kick off. Let's see. Oh, there he goes. All right, guys, that was absolutely nuts. New personal best brown trout, 30 inches. I didn't know if I'd ever actually hook one, but it happened this year, and it was on my first outing here on Boone Lake. Could not be happier about that whatsoever. So guys, one thing I want to talk about is when you catch these giant fish, my personal preference is I like to let the big ones go, especially the trophy size ones. That is a very special fish. It's an old fish, and it's the type of genetics that I like to see. When they can hit 30 inches, that's incredible. So I'm only doing a disservice to this fishery if I keep that one. You know, if you're going to keep one, typically younger one, a little bit smaller in size, but these trophy fish, I believe we can have a really strong fishery here for a long time, especially if we're willing to let go of the big ones. So that's my personal preference. Obviously everyone's entitled to their opinions, and you know, that's just the way I think about things when it comes to these trophies. I want more people to catch that same fish. I want to catch that fish again next year and maybe see if it's even bigger. So anyway, that's my take on the trophy size fish. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I planned on coming in my boat today, not the kayak, but I was having problems with the troll motor. So instead of just calling it a day, last minute I just threw the kayak on and said, let's just go out there, have some fun. Everything just came together. It was absolutely amazing. All right, guys, that was an incredible day, guys. I messed around a little bit more, saw some striper busting at one point, but didn't hook up on anything. The rain's starting to pick up, and it's definitely time for me to go. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more kayak adventures on Boone Lake, I've got a fun one right here. Or if you'd like to see my personal best striped bass video, go ahead and check out the link right here. Till next time, tight lines.